everybody. Yeah! We made it, people. We made it to Friday. We did it. And you know what? I was talking to Dow backstage, and I was lamenting about how long this week has been from a work perspective. But you know, with Friday comes rewards, Dow.
That's true.
Yeah, you know, I woke up this morning and a certain Liverpool legendary manager is resigning.
Yes.
We'll talk about that in a second. And then a certain dead team with no trophies will continue to have no trophies and be a dead team. Welcome to American Idiots, episode 45. Dal, how you doing, brother? You good?
I'm doing good, bro. It's Friday, off of work. Got some plans for the weekend, and I'm just glad that Tottenham Hotspur did not advance in the FA Cup. Yay!
Bro, yeah. You know what? Let's just get this conversation out of the way because you know I was watching the game, right? And I'm like, you know what? I'll take a break from work. I'll kick back a little bit, maybe pour myself a little cerveza and start my weekend a little bit early. And I watched that game. I watched the first couple of minutes of that game, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just get some other work done and just keep this on the back. It was boring, man. Like I was expecting. I was like talking with a bunch of chests and expecting to be like, yeah, City are going to beat you 4-0. I mean, I think City deserved to win. They win on the balance of play, I think, but it was boring overall. What do you think?
I thought it was boring too. I took some time off of work and found myself falling asleep on the couch till about halftime after about the 20th minute. It just, I don't know. The kind of teams kind of canceled out each other. I was predicting a 3-1. You know, I thought he would start Kevin De Bruyne and just wipe him off the pitch. I wasn't sure about Haaland starting, but I thought if he started KDB, they would just blow him away. But they didn't, you know. I mean, Spurs were pretty resilient, but, you know, City, I don't want to know what the possession numbers, maybe you have them on screen or not, but
yeah, we can pull them up.
65% possession, I'm sure. You know, the Spurs defended well. It just was kind of a game where you just, kind of towards the end, you could just see it was just going to be a 1-0, you know, smash and grab by either one. But, yeah, I think both teams still would have been better than us. I think Tottenham play with a lot more fight than we do right now.
Yeah, they do. It's true.
You know, I mean,
as much as I hate to say it, yeah. So possession. Let's go down to these stats. Yeah, so possessions 57-43, 18 shots from City. Yeah, they don't really look like they were gonna. They don't look like they were gonna generate anything. And Cubed was already talking to me about this on WhatsApp. We're talking about how they're missing Heung-min Son and Harry Kane, which I agree. You know, but I really do think that Spurs fans need to stop bringing up Harry Kane. Because he's gone. He's gone, guys. He's gone. Get over it. He's gone. But no, I agree. I agree that they're missing Sonny. I think they are, you know, they're missing Basuma too at the same time. So I don't know, man. I just think that overall it was a foregone conclusion. I think Man City were always going to break that. Oh, we haven't scored at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium record. You know, I just thought it almost looked. I'm not going to say it looked like just another day at the office for Man City, but they never looked like they were losing. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Right. They had complete control. I felt from beginning to end. Right. They definitely weren't going to lose. If it was to lose, it'd be probably a corner kick, and Richarlison, you know, puts it in with his beak or something. Timo Werner, maybe a surprise goal in the 88th minute. But yeah, I literally fell asleep. You could see both teams canceling each other out. But hey, big up to Spurs, you know, and like I was saying, they did hold strong. They defended well. They play with more energy than I think we have right now as their rivals. But you're just another animal. And, you know, I'm really surprised KDB didn't start, but that is what it is. And he came on and he made somewhat of a difference. Obviously not the Newcastle difference that we saw just, you know, a week or so ago. But they're not going to lose the title, bro. Once they get 3 or 4 games in a row wins, they're going to pull away from the pack. And I still think Tottenham will probably finish 4th or 5th, and I'm thinking we might finish 3rd or 4th. And I really kind of like the season this year too. And I know this is different than FA Cup, but I do like the mix-up this season. I know Liverpool are on top right now, but with this news of Klopp, that could be damaging for the last half of the season, right? I want to see how the players really react to him leaving, and if that's going to carry on. And just I want to see what we can do. So I guess what I'm trying to say, TJ, with regards to the league and the positioning and so forth, and I know this is FA Cup, this game didn't really tell us much, right? This game isn't really a precursor to the games that Tottenham and City have coming up in the EPL, because the lineups will be a bit different, the energy will be different, but I still think that City are just that much better than everybody, and the City Liverpool game will be a huge matchup coming up, I think, in the next few weeks. So with that said, I think both teams are still in form, and both teams look better than us. I think either one of those teams would beat us on the day. On
current form, I think so too, unfortunately.
So anyway, I thought it was a boring game. I think many Spurs fans found it pretty boring, and City as well, but packed stadium, and what can you do? Nathan Ake pops up with a goal of all people. He scored against us as well. So I don't know. It's just a battle of two different turds.
Yeah, no, I agree. It was just, I don't know, two monkeys humping a football. It was honestly just, you're just like, oh yeah, you're entertained for like 2 seconds, and then you got to back out. Big up everybody in the chat. By the way, we didn't say hi to everybody in the chat. I did pass the link to C Cube, so she'll come on and give her take on it. Big up Sheik in the chat every single time. My guy, go over and subscribe to Sheik TV, people. Man United fan, speaks nothing but facts. Obviously a man over at Sarcasm City as well. AJ, the best mod in the business right here. Big up AJ every single time. We got Scott, the only fact speaker that I've ever met on the Tottenham Hotspur side. I guess other than Cube. Cube speaks facts sometimes. What City says, City have been like that lately, played safe, knowing they can get the goal in the second half when they need it. Yeah, no, that's true. Big up Joanne Smith. Big up Joanne. Good to see you, Joanne. I hope you're well. Joanne. Absolutely. And then we got Eli, my guy, my CB. Eli, big up, my guy. I hope you're well, man. It's the weekend. It's a freaking weekend, baby. And speaking of people that are going to be in a great mood, fresh out of the bat cave, it's C Cubed, people. Give it up for C Cubed. C Cubed, how are you?
Hi, frauds.
Frauds? What frauds? We won 5-0.
That's because TJ is always a fraud. No, you guys are actually surprisingly. TJ was like, "I'm gonna cook you. I'm gonna cook you after you lose." Like before the game started.
I was expecting a better result.
Yeah, no, he messaged me like well before the game started and was just like, Cubed, I'm gonna cook you. You better tune in because I'm gonna cook you when you take the L. And I was like, all right. I was like, cook on. I was like, because I honestly I was like, I don't see what I can be cooked about, because I said that we were gonna lose all week long. I said that we were gonna lose. And then within the 24 hours before the game, they said, okay, Madison's fit to start and Holland is not going to be ready. So then I said, well, maybe we'd be able to nick a draw, Right. I was like, there's a slight chance that we can get a 1-0, but I feel like that's super unlikely. Maybe we can nick a draw, but more likely we're going to lose. So it's exactly how I said it was going to happen. I have nothing, I'm honestly obviously I'm upset a little bit to be oh, it's another cup game that we crash out of. But whatever, man. I think we played pretty well defensively. The difference is that Sonny wasn't there. I knew that was going to be the difference. And I just want everybody that's a Spurs fan that was talking so much crap about all this time about Sonny is shit. We should sell him. He doesn't make a difference. He doesn't make an impact. Just bullshit. It's just not. I was like, this goes to show you that it's the first time that we don't have Son or Kane. And there you go.
I agree. I agree with you. He's one of the best left wingers. He's one of the best left wingers in the league. And when he's not playing left wing, he's one of the best strikers in the league. He's your best player far and away. So, you're obviously going to be lacking in attack there. So I agree with you. I don't know where all the chess came from Spurs fans, and no,
Yeah,
we
who
do
was gonna
not.
score the goals?
No, we do not need Jacob. By the way, we do not need Jacob. Jacob
who
is the
was gonna-
farthest thing we need.
Yeah, like who was gonna score the goals? Like I had said that. I was like, who's gonna score the goals? I was like,
Right.
maybe if we like have like one goal, what we would need to do is like Poro to put some sort of like ball into the box and Richie to somehow get his head on it. I was like, that's like maybe the only way.
That was literally you took the words right out of my mouth. People were saying that, oh, Richarlison's back. We'll finally get a performance out of Brendan Johnson, which I don't understand why you guys keep playing that guy.
That was never going to happen. And then some Spurs fans are after the game now. They're actually going in on, Romero and Poro and some of our defenders. I was like, did you even watch the game? You're so stupid. And they're like, but Brendan Johnson, he like, you just give him time, I was like, are you serious? I was like, our defenders were the ones that were playing well this game. Otherwise, we took on so much pressure.
15 shots.
They had way more shots than we did. They had more possession than we did. So, like, they took on so much pressure, and then they were able to nick a scrappy goal, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's clear that our defenders were doing their job, and they were actually the ones that were, excelling and doing well. And it was our forward line that was shit and that was not actually able to create anything, not actually be able to finish anything, and that was the problem.
Right, Bentancur is decent, but if he can't get the ball, he's absolutely just a passenger.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Højbjerg. If they don't have the ball, they're not that good defensively.
Højbjerg gave the ball away like 2 or 3 times. Højbjerg is shit.
Yeah, the front line is, and be right. I always say, like, the front line can't do anything, Cube, without service, right? So, I mean, it's, if Charles is by himself with the ball against 3 defenders, I mean, that's Ange Postecoglou, that's Ange to change that up, right? Drop him further back, play a false 9. I don't know what to do in some of those circumstances, especially when you don't have the ball. And that's the thing. Ange ball looks great when you guys got the ball and you're wide and playing the ball out wide and Madsen's making runs and Kula's doing his thing. But when you guys don't have the ball, I think you guys look very, very average.
Well, but the thing with it is like I don't think that Bentancur had a bad game. The issue was that I don't think that he should have even taken off Bentancur. He decided like, okay, well, I'm gonna who I'm gonna take off is Bentancur. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, right. Højbjerg was running out of steam, in the second half. He was because he's already slow. Højbjerg already is slow in general, and then he was getting tired and he just got slower and sloppier. So I was like, why are you not taking off Højbjerg? Why don't you keep Bentancur on? You need against City, you need somebody who is more technically, savvy and can actually, we needed a goal too. So I was like, why are you not keeping Bentancur on there and taking off Højbjerg? So I didn't agree with some of the subs and stuff too. I was like, I don't know why you're doing that. But like, and then, Madison came on and, I'm not going to gripe too much on Madison because, he's probably not fully fit. He hasn't played in a really long time. He was a sub. He didn't get all the minutes, but like, you could see the levels that like, okay, everybody's going to give me shit. Spurs fans are going to give me shit for this. Okay.
Who cares?
But like, Madison is a great, great player. Okay. Mm-hmm. He has shown that he is a great player, but some of our fans gassing him up like he is world class. Okay. It's straight up bullshit. Okay. Because maybe he can be world class. He's still pretty young, so maybe he can be it, but he's not there yet. And when De Bruyne was out for a long ass time, and he came back from injury, he came on, immediately scored an assist,
right?
And then, he came on in this game and then he was like immediately made an impact, even though he didn't score or assist or whatever, he made an impact. You could tell the momentum immediately changed. Madison came on and he's coming back from injury. I get it. But like, he made no impact whatsoever.
Yeah, no worries.
And people were trying to act like he's our best player. Like people are like, Madison is our best player. And I was like, then how come if he's our best player, he comes on, makes no impact?
Well, they're living back. They're living, no offense, Q, but they're living back when you guys won the October championship. Like and he was arguably the best player in the Premier League at the time, but you don't come back from a hamstring injury. Like it was a hamstring, right? I think it was.
Yeah,
I don't remember what his injury. Yeah,
or his ankle or something. I don't remember.
You don't come back from an injury like that and all of a sudden and just start cooking and go to the level that you were at before. Like if you're an athlete and you've ever had an injury like that, you have to know that it takes or any injury that takes 3 months to rehab from. It's not like you're going to come back and just be the player that you were before. That's not how it works. You need to be able to run up to it. And I think that Kevin De Bruyne is still under the same kind of influence or the same kind of how do I say this? In the same status, I would say, for lack of a better word. I'm sorry, I'm absolutely spent. But yeah, no, I think that people are gassing these players up and they're not 100% fit yet. It's like, yeah, how can you expect somebody to come back from an ACL injury or knee injury or a hamstring injury? You're not running, you're not keeping the pace, and you're not starting the game. So why? And so you're coming into the game. Not only are you coming into the game cold, you're coming into the middle of a game where everybody's going in and the momentum is already set. So he wasn't gonna. Madison is a great player, but he wasn't gonna save anything. You know what I mean?
That's my point. Obviously, I was like, we need to get Madison on, and hopefully when he comes back, he's gonna, kick on, and we'll see. But I'm like, but he's been out for a long time. But I have to say, he's not fully fit. Kevin De Bruyne is not fully fit, but you can see the difference between, despite the age of Kevin De Bruyne, you can see the difference between Madison and Kevin De Bruyne. Okay.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It's like clear as day. And I just feel like people are getting ahead of themselves. I mean, Madison is younger than De Bruyne, so he has, ceiling and more ceiling, and he's, going to get better. But it's like people need to slow the roll. Like the difference that we were facing right now is that we didn't have Son or Kane, and Son in particular. Okay, other than a master class that Kane had, what is it, last season or the season before or whatever, he put in a master class, at the Etihad. Yeah, that was amazing. But other than that, that game, it's actually been sunny. This entire run where they haven't been able to score a goal in our stadium, and they've been struggling with us. It's been sunny. That's been the one. And I know everybody's gonna be like, oh, Cube's in the sun cold, but those are just,
you are 100% in the sun cold. But go on, you're making a good point.
No, but it's facts though. It's literally facts. It is facts. We won in our stadium under Nuno with no Kane, with a pretty shit team, okay? And we won, and we nicked a 1-0 with Son because Son scored.
Yeah, no, I 100% agree with you. And when you're coming,
and he carried us he carried us on his back in the Champions League against Man City, both legs. So I'm like, so people are like, yeah, Son's a loss, but we can still win without him, and whatever. It's I was like, no.
Well, people like that are going for Vibes FC. They're never going to say anything negative about the club. Just like Scott M was saying, yeah, you Chess came from the fan base being the most delusional fans on the planet. Well, my fan base will give you a run for your money, but you guys are going off good vibes because of the fact that you guys are in the top 4 race. That's literally all that it is. And when you guys were expecting to get anywhere from 8th to 10th without Harry Kane. So the fact that you guys are performing the way you are, everybody's like, oh, Big Ange, they're singing about Big Ange in the stands. He already has his own song. They never stop singing his name the entire time. It's all vibes right now. And I think that it could go sour very, very quickly. And I think it could change the overall posture that the fans have. I think reality can come pretty quick in this league. Trust me, the last 2 months have been a really cold dose of reality.
I think our fans need to. I think our fans need to back Ange. I think he's doing a good job. I rate Ange. I think that he's so far he's been taking us in a positive direction, and I don't think that the fans should turn against him for this game or any of the previous games. That being said, I also think that our fans are gassing him up way too much, overhyping him too, because I'm like, it's still really early. He's had half of a season. We haven't won anything or even gotten close to winning anything under him yet. I said this from the beginning. I was like, it's still really early. I had people telling me oh, I hope that he's going to stay at the club until he retires. I hope he stays, forever. And I'm like, he's been here half of a season.
4 months.
I'm like,
no. And I don't want to call out the kid because he's 16 years old or something like that. But Danny, freaking hold that, bro. Hold that. This kid was telling me that you guys were gonna win the league this last week. Nobody's winning the league other than City this season. Sorry to say it. Or Liverpool. Well, no, Liverpool might win off the vibes now, like the win one for the giffer or for the gaffer. You know what I mean?
Right. Not to change subjects, but they could also
change subjects.
They could go the opposite way.
Yeah.
Win one for the gaffer could turn into, oh crap, the gaffer's leaving, and that's what happens, and then there's a meltdown. But I don't want to change topics, but I think we
could change topics.
Okay.
I was just saying, I just think that people are just overhyping him because he hasn't done anything yet. It's just still really early, and people are like, oh, it's so amazing, under him, and the vibes are so great and everything. And I'm like, yeah, I agree, the vibes are great, and I rate him so far. But the other thing is that people are like, oh, it was so toxic under Conte. It was so toxic under Mourinho. I was like, it wasn't when they first started. When they first got there, it was things were going really well. So it's still early because you don't know I'm not saying that I think that it's going to get toxic under Ange, but my point is that you don't know if it's going to. At the end of every manager's tenure, with the exception of, Klopp right now, right? Most managers at the end of their tenure at a club, it gets toxic. It gets super toxic. So, you don't know. It could go south at any time.
No, I agree.
Well, yeah, I agree and disagree with that. I think that Ange is the one. I think he seems to be the right mix for this mix of the right guy for this mix of players, right? Every time players come and go, they have different relationships with the manager and so forth. And it's up to the manager to reassure them that, yes, as part of our football club, you are valued, you are needed, blah, blah, blah. And I think Ange is good with that. I think that's where Ange is better with man management than Arteta is. I think Ange actually has a plan B when things aren't going well. The thing is, though, is that what got me so frustrated with your fan base, Cube, is the stuff you were saying earlier, is after 4 or 5 weeks, you guys are talking about winning the league. And I know it wasn't you. It wasn't I think Jacob even said that. But some of the fans came out and were really, really, really in that lane. And I think the problem
I'm not giving Jacob a pass. Sorry, go ahead, though.
Yeah, fair enough. Jacob, I guess you don't get a pass, buddy. But
no, he's not getting a pass. This guy was saying that they would win the FA Cup if they got past Man City.
He did say that.
Yeah, he said that.
But it's kind of like a rude awakening. I think when you guys fell down to 5th, lost a couple games in a row, and me and TJ were having our kicks and laughs. But at the end of the day, we're even on points, right? So I guess my point being is that it's way too early for your fans to turn on Ange right now. As much as we can't stand him because he's a rival, but he's done nothing but bring the club up in the last 8 weeks. With
a club, honestly, whose talent pool isn't deep. Obviously, you have a great starting 11, but your bench is shit.
Yeah, no, we don't.
If you guys have any injuries of any kind, like we saw, you guys are liable to lose 4 in a row. So it's we'll see what he has. But I think Ange Postecoglou is the least of anybody's problem at Spurs.
Agreed. We don't have enough depth. But can I talk about it's your show. But speaking of managers, Arteta. So, but I'll take Ange over Arteta right now because you know what Dale was just saying it what Ange is he seems like after half a season he seems like a pretty good man manager, and the issue with Arteta is I don't think he's a good man manager.
Of course he's not. We've known this.
And you can tell me
this is not new information.
I think that he's a pretty crap man manager.
Well, Arteta. Here's the thing is, so we're about to give. First of all, big up Kyle Walsh-Gunner in the chat. I agree with you, bro. Sad day for football. As a football fan, Klopp has been great for the Premier League. He stopped it from becoming a Farmers League. Alonso will be the new Liverpool manager. No, and look, here's the thing about Kyle Walsh-Gunner. Big up Kyle Walsh-Gunner every single time. Go and subscribe to his channel. AJ, if you have his link, will you put it in the chat, please? He is usually right. So yeah, Xabi Alonso in at Liverpool. You heard it here first, people. You heard it here first. But
Yeah, I think that's definitely going to happen.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So let's dive into the manager role. Let's dive into the manager carousel here a little bit. Starting with a little clip that was sent to me by our boy Dal here with our good friend Jimmy the Spliff. People from our good friend Jimmy the Spliff. My guy Jimmy the Spliff. Go and subscribe to Jimmy the Spliff right now. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and I think this genuinely reflects how I feel about how Liverpool fans feel about Klopp leaving. Here we go.
Ask me what strain I'm smoking.
What strain?
What strain are you smoking, Jimmy?
The strain I'm smoking right now is called the Boulevard of Broken Dreams. If you're a certain age, you know what song that is. The Boulevard of Broken Dreams, baby. Ah, 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 ah. I walk this lonely road. Cause I walk alone. But you'll never walk alone. Walking by yourself tonight, motherfucker. We smoking on that Boulevard of Broken Dreams right now.
What a real one, bro. He hates Liverpool.
Bro, so do I. It could have happened to a more arrogant fan base. I couldn't. And I hope that everything is okay personally. We were talking about this backstage. I hope that everything is okay personally with Klopp. I hope there's nothing health-wise with either him or his family that is causing this to happen. Because when you come out and you say, "Oh, I don't have the energy to manage this anymore," like, what are you saying, really? You know what I mean? It's not like he's an old guy. It's not like he's Roy Hodgson. This guy has plenty of energy, but maybe he just doesn't think he can do it as good anymore. I mean, Dow, what do you think, man?
Well, that's the first thing I thought of too, to be honest. When he said he didn't have the energy anymore, I'm like, oh shit. Is there some underlying medical thing, right? And as much as I can't stand Liverpool, I fucking adore Klopp. I really do. Mm-hmm. I can't think of another manager in any league, maybe Simeone, maybe Mourinho, that has such a connection with their players. You can just see it. The connection he has with the players, the fans, the staff, even down to the kitchen and the groundskeeper, the kit man, that he just exudes this professional positivity that I think all clubs could benefit from. I mean, I remember when he became available, 8 years ago. Yeah, I was like, I was thinking if we can get him in for Wenger, we would be doing okay. But you know what? I don't know if Arsenal's his club back then. Maybe now he would get something out of these players. I think he would out of Saka. But back then, when he first came to the Premier League and Wenger was on his way out, I thought for me that would be a good fit. But it seemed like the real fit overall was with Liverpool. As much as I've played sports, basketball, football, soccer, etc., I've never really had a coach or seen a coach even remotely as motivational as Klopp. And that's just watching him on TV, I think this is going to be a massive, massive loss for Liverpool. And I'm sorry, Liverpool fans. What comes around goes around. You've had some of the greatest managers ever. Bob Paisley, who else to name a few? Kenny Dalglish there.
Yeah.
You could say he was good. I don't know. I'm not going to go on the list. But Bob Paisley, of course, was one of them. Bill Shankly, I believe, is the other one.
Yeah, Bill Shankly. Yeah.
Definitely put Klopp, in the top 5, I would think. I mean, he's got him, several trophies, Champions League, the title. I think he has FA Cup, a Carabao Cup,
Carabao Cup, yeah.
UEFA Super Cup. It's going to be a huge loss, and I even question the timing, to be honest, because this may be a little chink in their armor.
Yeah,
this may be the downfall of their season, or like you said, TJ, it may just galvanize them even better, more closely. They'll play better. They're going to send them out, with a trophy, right? It can go either two ways.
Yep. And
he's leaving the game, but I'm excited as an Arsenal fan because to me, I don't think Xabi Alonso is going to do that job. I mean, he'll probably get the job, but he's no Jurgen Klopp.
No, no, there's only one Jurgen Klopp though. Right. Let's be honest here. This guy is an absolute legend of the game. He's gonna go down as one of the best managers, or at least to ever do it. The guy, wherever the guy goes, he wins. That's the difference. Like, he was winning in the German league before he came out here, before he went to the Premier League, right? So, yeah, before he came to Kansas City and started eating barbecue. No, before he came to the Premier League, right. And it's one of those things where you're delusional if you think that you're going to get the same Liverpool with a Xabi Alonso or a different type of manager. You're just not going to do it. And they have key individuals, the Virgil van Dijks of the world, that are not going to be there forever. So Liverpool, I think this is their best chance to win for the foreseeable future, and I think it's going to be one of those let's win one, last one for the Gipper kind of things, personally. But and if they do win, my Liverpool fans, friends, Hussam, Mike Doss, these guys are going to be unbearable. So I kind of hope it doesn't happen, so I don't have to deal with Mike Doss every week. But
you already have to deal with Mike Doss every week.
Well, he'll be right now. He's muzzled. He's waiting in the wings. But he did tell me on the American Waffle group chat today that if they win the Premier League, that he's going to be the most unbearable person ever. So I might end up blocking his number. I'm not going to lie. Anyway, but Cube, what do you think of this entire situation?
I think that Liverpool fans are. I think that but Klopp is amazing. I mean, when he's not like, moaning about something, when he's not like moaning about decisions, right? Or like something like that, but like otherwise, yeah, I mean, Klopp is awesome. Like otherwise, like you got to respect everything that he's done for not only Liverpool, but like the league in general and just the entertainment. Like he is an entertaining manager that has put together a team that plays entertaining football. Like all of it is entertainment. And, and I think that like, it's going to be a huge loss for the entire like Premier League. I don't really feel bad for Liverpool fans because I'm like, shit happens. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to give them a hard time about it. I'm not going to bant them about it. But, I don't feel bad for them because, Man United lost Ferguson, right? Eventually he left, right? And then you guys, eventually, Wenger left, and everybody leaves at some point. There's always like eras, right? And so their era is coming to an end. That's just what happens. I mean, for us, Harry Kane left and everybody was like, oh my God. And we somehow managed to kick on. But that being said, that is an end of an era. People were giving us shit and banning us about it. And I was like, if you lost, your, club legend, ultimate player, top scorer, and then I wouldn't ban you about it. That sucks for you. But we all go through it. So yeah, I mean, I think that Xabi Alonso is probably going to get the job, but if I was Liverpool, I would not give him the job unless he wins the Bundesliga. If he wins the Bundesliga and takes that from Bayern, then I think he deserves the job. If he does not take that away from Bayern and he bottles that, then he is then he's all hype. You know what I mean? Then he's not good. And I think that like he has done amazing for, the Leverkusen so far, but like to be at the level of Liverpool, like Jurgen Klopp, who, let's face it, he's irreplaceable, but basically be at like, hey, we can maybe kick on and be like that dominant team still. Like he has to be like the kind of guy that would like take it to the end and be able to, take that Bundesliga title away from Bayern after dominating throughout the entire season.
Yeah, no, I agree, but I selfishly don't want Leverkusen to win it, because then we have to hear from our fan base that we shouldn't have gotten rid of Granit Xhaka. But I'm not going to get on to that subject. Period. In the story, we're not going there. We're not freaking going there. By the way, big up everybody inside. We got 11 inside. Thank you for watching. Smash the likes. We know this is a later edition of the show, but we got Dow, we got C-Cube, and we got Connor. I think he's pickled. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna wager that Connor's pickled right now.
Yeah,
he's saying, C-Cube, how the salty, no FA Cup for Spurs again, tears.
Oh,
man, he's
I don't know. I'm not.
Oh my god.
Do I sound like I'm crying? Does
it sounds like you're weeping right now.
Yeah, does it sound like I'm crying, or does it sound like I'm unsurprised? Does it sound like I'm unsurprised? Can I say something? I'm going to say something really controversial right now.
All right.
Spurs fans might come on this.
Okay.
I want Leverkusen to win the Bundesliga.
I don't think that's
No. Wait.
Okay.
I think it's funny.
That would mean that Granit Xhaka would win that Bundesliga title, and Harry Kane, our club legend, would not get a trophy again. So the reason why is I do have affection for Harry Kane after everything that he's gone through, at our club and everything, and it's not his fault and everything. But also, you're not at our club anymore, and you left to win a trophy. And I don't want to hear that he left, and the first season he went and won a trophy, and we still haven't won a trophy, because I don't want to hear that shit. Okay, even though that's likely to happen, I don't want to hear about that shit. He, that's his fault for leaving for a trophy. So I would think it's just hilarious for him to leave and not win a trophy. And also Dyer as that Bayern.
You guys were stunting his career for 8 years.
Hold on. I agree with that. Don't get me wrong. I agree with that.
You guys paid him astronomically to win nothing.
No, we stunted him, and that's Levy's fault. That is Levy's fault. Okay, that's why I would Levy out, because we did stunt his career, and we were unfair to him. We were unfair to Sonny. We were unfair to Hugo in his prime. Like, we should have won stuff during that time. That being said, I still don't want him to go and win something right now and have people put that in our face. And Dyer has been crap for us. For him to go to Bayern and just sit on the bench, ride the bench, and win a trophy for being the cuddle buddy of Kane.
That's the reason Dragusin. That's the reason Dragusin went to Spurs. In my opinion, he didn't want to sit the bench at Bayern.
Right.
Well, you know what?
As long as he's getting paid, he's happy to be there.
Yeah.
But that shows you the way that Dyer is. And then people are going to be like, oh, Dyer, he has a Bundesliga title and blah blah blah. I'm like, you know what, Calvin Phillips, he's won the treble. Okay,
right.
He's won the treble.
Nobody's going to talk about Eric Dyer at Bayern Munich. If Bayern Munich don't win, or if they do win this season, which they probably won't, because I think they're too far behind Leverkusen. I don't know how many points. What are they? 3-4 points? Who knows?
4.
But nobody's going to talk about Dyer doing anything at Bayern. They're going to talk about Harry Kane, Leroy Sané, and all the star players. Eric Dyer is going to be dead last on the list of any sort of contribution to this. And the thing is that Harry Kane is his own worst enemy. He had to, I Levy wouldn't let him leave, and I know the Cube, you got a good point with that. But Harry Kane should have actually grown some testicles about 4 years ago and made the move. To be honest, if he really wanted to win something, I was shocked that it was Bayern Munich. I didn't think that would work, but it's actually working off and on, right? I think he's gone through a spell of not scoring in the last few games. Correct me if
I don't know what his
but
form is. I don't watch enough Bundesliga to do it.
I don't know.
Okay, but Kane,
anyway.
honestly, you have to admit, okay, that's the other thing why Bayern don't deserve to win a trophy, okay? Because Harry Kane, he's been putting that team, even though Sané is having a great season too, by the way. But like
Sané's a baller, man. He's been a baller for years.
Yeah, no, I'm acknowledging he's having an incredible season too. But I'm just saying, but Kane is like putting that team on his back, and Tuchel is just putting all his eggs in the basket of Kane, just like our managers did, was like relying on Son and Kane, you know, to get results. And yet again, you know, Kane goes to Bayern, and you have manager that's relying on Kane and Sané to get results. And so I think that, you know, for Xabi Alonso to get a Leverkusen team, build it up from, you know, very little, man manage multiple players to perform at a higher level, you know, like I think that is like, I want to see that story, that narrative, and that win to like play out with that underdog story, because we know I'm a Wrexham fan. I love the underdog story. I want it. So I'm
a Ryan Reynolds fan.
Yeah, but I want, you know what I mean? Like I want that narrative. Like I think that like that is more commendable, and I feel like it's more deserved, instead of Tuchel just like nicking another trophy for being like, in my opinion, an overrated manager. You know, look at what he's doing to Kimmich. Like, I mean, he's ruining that player who's like a freaking class player.
Yeah. That's why. Well, the thing is, Cubed, is that, you know, people have said the same thing for they said the same thing about Jose Mourinho at the time. You know, that Jose Mourinho couldn't build a team, right? When he won with Inter Milan in 2010, he basically came into them, I think, about a couple players, moved some players around in different positions, and went on to win a Scudetto and a Champions League with them. And, you know, and Mourinho, when he was hired at Chelsea in 04-05, that team was pretty much built until Drogba came in. And then, you know, they went on their run of history. So it's kind of like, I wouldn't expect much out of Xabi Alonso coming to Liverpool. And the same thing, too, is like if Tuchel wins the Champions League, a lot of fans know that he didn't build the team, right? Kimmich has been there for years. I don't know. Give me some other names. Goretzka's been there for a while. Leroy Sané's been there for a while. Say again?
Sané, Mueller.
Sané. Yeah. What's his name? Gnabry, who we had as a young kid at Arsenal. Some coaches are
big up here to
better at building teams than others, but it seems like the coaches that don't build the teams seem to get the success. And I see where you're coming from. It's like Jose Mourinho is a perfect example for coming to teams that are already pre-built for him to go on and get greatness out of. And I think it would be something else to see Xabi Alonso win it, because this is a team, like I think you said earlier, that he did sort of build. He's the one that went after Granit Xhaka. You know, he's the one that's making, you know, these no names into somebody. He's the one that bought in Grimaldo, I believe. Yeah. You know, one of the best left backs in the world.
He found yeah, and I'm not going to say they're bargain bin players, but he had a good young core, and he brought in players that he could build around. What's that kid's name? I always forget that guy's name. Hold on.
So I think watching a manager win something is much more of an achievement than jumping into a pre-built team and being the hero manager that won a trophy that season.
Palacios, Boniface, and Florian Wirtz, incredible players.
Yeah, Florian Wirtz
is a player that you are going to be talking about in 10 years. He is an absolute baller.
He's the perfect replacement for KDB.
Yep.
I mean, honestly, like I think that him like building something and winning something, and then you would say like after that, like if he wins the Bundesliga title, then you're like, hilarious. He's definitely like one of those managers that are like the next generation, right? Of like being like, oh, young manager coming up, where some of these older managers are now kind of coming out retiring, right? So I think that like it would be deserved if that ended up happening, and I mean, somebody in the chat was saying like, do I not like Harry Kane or do I hate Harry Kane? Of course I don't. Harry Kane is not. I mean, he's not only like a Spurs legend. He's a world-class striker. He is, you know, I think that like people say that like Holland is like the best striker or whatever in the world, but like I think Harry Kane is, because he is a better footballer than Holland. Holland, he's a great striker and a finisher and all of that, but like Harry Kane is like an all-around better footballer. You know, he's clinical. He can, you know, pass like he can pass like he's acting like a De Bruyne. You know what I mean? Like he can drop deep. He
drops deep. Everything. Sometimes he drops his deep and plays like he like plays a 6 sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. So like he's like, an incredible. He's like an incredible.
He's gonna go down as one of the best. He's gonna go down as one of the best English players ever. Like
exactly. Of course. And like I do think that he kept us like going like for a long time. Like he was making it like so that we weren't in, you know, relegation like form. Like there were times where he was absolutely like holding us together, and I am like, thank God for that, you know. But that doesn't mean I want him to, you know, leave and then immediately win a trophy. so that rival fans can bant us about it. And
are you the jilted partner, Cubed? Is that what you are?
I am a little bit of the jilted partner. I'm not gonna lie. It hurts. No. So
the posters are coming down.
No. Hold on. Because like, here's the thing. Like I've given other people shit about that, about like being like the jilted, you know, partner and whatever, and being salty about it. You know, I'm not like super salty towards him. Like I'm mad at him. You know what I mean? Like that's the difference. Some people are like, you know, like they are like they hate their, you know, ex-players who leave. You don't
want your ex-girlfriend going out with freaking Fabio, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, that guy replaced
it's not like
me.
I don't wish him well. Yeah, it's not like I don't wish him well. You know what I mean? Like I wish him well. I just don't want him to be like, you know, like doing the best and best without us. Okay. It hurts. It hurts. 100%. I don't watch. You know what? Spurs fans, they're like watching, they're all suddenly Bayern fans. Like overnight, they're Bayern fans. And they're watching Bayern games.
A lot of red on.
They're like,
there's a lot of red on that shirt.
Bayern games.
No, they are watching Bayern games, rooting for Harry Kane, which I get it. You know, they love Harry Kane and whatever. But I'm like, and if Sonny leaves, I'll still be a Spurs fan mainly, but I'll root for him wherever he goes. That being said, I'm like, dude, like he's left the club, he's gone, you know, you're rooting for him and he left us. You know what I mean? Like move on. And it hurts.
I don't know. Whenever I watch Fabregas somewhere else or Serge Gnabry, it makes me want to vomit because they were in our club. And
I don't want to watch him.
Another club did.
I don't watch Harry Kane. I don't want to watch him. Like I have actually, I know how he's doing because I get like the and whatever, but I don't want to watch him. Like I did watch a couple highlights one time. Like he had scored a crazy goal. I don't know if you saw this, that he like, it was like from the like the middle of the pitch, and it just like went straight in, and it was crazy, and it hurt. it hurt me watching that. It was like painful. I was like, oh my God, like this is how stupid our club is. Okay, I don't know if you guys know this, but like I know it's like a lot of Spurs talk here, but like our apparently there's like rumors that our club has set up as part of the Harry Kane sale, okay, the deal or whatever, that we would end up having a friendly with Bayern during the summer
at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium or somewhere else.
I don't know, maybe at Tottenham Stadium, I don't know where, but like we're supposed to have 2 friendles set up.
That'd be horrifying.
We're not winning anything. He never won anything at Tottenham.
No, but hold on. So they want to set up like a couple friendlies or something with Bayern. They think that's a great idea. And I saw that there are Spurs fans that were like, oh my God, and you know, I love this idea. Because they want to see Harry Kane again. I was like, do you know what it's gonna feel like to watch Harry Kane wearing a different shirt, scoring,
and he will score.
Us? Yeah,
He will score.
He will score. Exactly. He will score. I was like, he might not celebrate, by the way. I don't think he's
He
like
won't. He
that.
won't celebrate. It's
He
like
won't.
Theo Walcott when he came back to the Emirates and dunked on us. He didn't score. He didn't.
Yeah.
Celebrate.
I don't think he's gonna celebrate, but he will score.
Mhm.
So I'm like, do you know what you're gonna feel like when you see him in an opposition shirt and he's scoring in our goal? Like, this is the stupidest idea ever to have a friendly with Bayern and have Harry Kane set up Harry Kane scoring against us.
No, I agree. All right, guys, we're gonna move to the prediction section real quick. We're gonna rapid fire through it because we got to be done in 5 minutes. No longer than 5, because my wife is like, you got to come downstairs by 6. I'm like, all right.
Woo!
So that means
action.
when the lady wants to talk, you run. You don't walk, you run. That's what we do. So
tell your beautiful wife that I said what's up.
I will. I 100% will,
up, girl?
and she is 100% down when we come out your way. By the way, to meet up. So
I was like, tell your beautiful wife what's up, girl. Like, she's like, what? Cube just hitting on
yeah,
TJ's wife.
Cube just hitting on the well. Yeah, if you ever see my wife, you would do the same thing. Happy wife, happy life. 100% chic. That's what I was saying. Flawless was hitting me up. Hey, you want to do pro clubs tonight? I'm like, I'm too ugly to get divorced, bro. So no, I'm not gonna play pro clubs tonight. All right. Let's go ahead and do it. Quick blurb, Dow. Arsenal going to the City Ground. What do you got?
Oh gosh. Sorry. God, Forest. I'm gonna go 2-1 the Arsenal.
2-1 to the Arsenal. Haha. What do you got, Cubed?
Oh my god. 1-0 Arsenal.
Oh, that's not. I like the non-biased Cube. I like that a lot. I'm going 3-0 to the Arsenal. We need this. We need this bad. Like I said, we didn't really preview it on this stream, but we might do a little preview on Sunday. Anyway, no, but we need this win. We need 6 out of 6 of the next one. That's what the title was. But anyway,
I hope I'm wrong, and I hope that Nuno makes us proud for once.
Yeah, Nuno's an absolute scrub. He needs to go back to Saudi Arabia to keep winning trophies. Okay, Brighton visiting Luton Town. We'll go Cube. Actually, we'll go Cube first. We'll go in order. Go Cube.
Oh man, it's probably gonna be 2-1 Brighton, maybe.
Okay, that's fair. What do you got, Dow?
3-1 Brighton.
I'm going 1-1. I'm going 1-1 draw. Luton are a son of a bitch at home.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, so I'm going 1-1 draw on this one. Late Luton goal. Late Luton goal to tie it. That's what I'm going for. All right, Everton visiting Fulham.
That's a boring game if I ever saw one. Almost as boring as Palace and Sheffield.
Almost as boring as Spurs and City today. Keep going.
Oh my god.
I don't know. Like 0-0.
All right, I'll take it. I'd take that action. No, we were all expecting all these goals in the last Everton game, by the way, which me and Jez drew last week. By the way, I'm just saying. That's the review from last week. But yeah, everybody was expecting all these goals out of Everton and Aston Villa. 0-0 draw. So, Dow, what do you got?
I'm gonna get on the same train as Cube, but I'm gonna go 1-1.
I'm gonna go 1-0 to Fulham.
Fulham had a good run for like 3 weeks, and that was it. Seriously, they went on a run for like 3 weeks, and that was it.
Yep. This will be a barn burner. Sheffield United going to Selhurst Park.
Oh God! But it's at Selhurst Park though. So
no, Roy Hodgson is fired, right? Is it Roy fired?
No, Roy's still there, but he's on a short leash.
Yeah, I thought you're right. He's still there.
You know, I think that it might end up. Well, they have Eze back, right? So I think they might give it like a go, maybe like a 2-0.
A 2-0 Crystal. All right. Big up my guy Saad in the chat, my brother, man. Big up Sod every single time. What an absolute legend. Go and subscribe to the Football Corner people every single time. Dal, what do you got?
I gotta go 1-1, man.
1-1 draw. All right, lots of draws. I'm copying off of Cubed. I'm going 2-0 Crystal Palace. I think they're going to keep Roy alive. They're keeping Roy on life support, and no, that is not an old guy joke. Newcastle visiting. I knew Cubed was going to. I knew that was going to piss Cubed off. Newcastle visiting Aston Villa. What do you got?
Oh my God, Newcastle's on. I don't know what their form is. Shit right now, and Villa's doing well.
Villa drew last week, and they drew today. They drew to Chelsea today in the cup.
Did they? Was it 1-1?
Yeah, it's 0-0, dude.
Oh, what another boring game.
2-2.
2-2. What do you got, Dal?
Well, Villa are doing what I thought they would, and that is drop points in the last half of the season. So, but I think at home they're going to battle. They're going to batter Newcastle. I'm going to go 3-0.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Newcastle are terrible. I mean,
Newcastle are bad, and Aston Villa is really. Yeah, Aston Villa is one of the best teams at home. So I'm going to go.
They could be
Newcastle's been especially bad away in particular.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah,
but
so AV.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going 3-1.
It's a little bit of wishful thinking, by the way. My 2-2 draw is slightly wishful thinking.
Well, here's the thing: is that you throw the most wild stuff out there, and sometimes it hits. It's crazy.
I'm like, I want that 2-2 draw.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean, Isak could come in and score a brace. That's completely not unheard of. That's not unrealistic at all.
Nope, not at all. Ivan Toney got some for me this game week. Hold that, Cubed.
What am I holding? What did I ever say about? What did I ever say to you or to anybody about Tony that would mean that I would need to hold something?
You're holding whatever the fan base says. That's why if you're on YouTube, you have to hold whatever the fan base says. That's why I have to eat shit for whatever Egal says. So you have to hold.
Tony's a good player.
For whatever. Yeah.
I was banging on the drum that I wanted him at the beginning of the season. He's a class player. What the heck?
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's speed round. Because I'm getting texts now. Burnley going to Man City.
Oh gosh. 4-0. Nothing
Yeah.
crazy.
Dal?
Let's go 3-0. City.
Yeah, I'm gonna sound like I'm copying, but I'm going 3-0 too. Vincent Kompany goes home, people. Vincent Kompany goes home, and he's gonna hold 3 for sure.
Hey, at least Vincent Kompany has balls, unlike Arteta, who has to go straight to Arsenal. Vincent Kompany's going the real way.
Yep, 100%, and he's going the real way, straight back down to the championship.
That's what it's about, though. Sometimes.
Yeah, Brentford. Oh, Brentford, Tottenham. Cubed. What do you got?
That's a huge game.
2-0.
2-0
for Tottenham.
Spurs?
Yeah.
Connor, club legend, he won nothing.
Oh, you know what? I forgot.
This kid has 100% had a sarsaparilla or two.
He's so drunk.
Yeah,
He's not drunk.
I'm joking. No, I forgot. You're right. I forgot that Tony is back. Fuck. Okay, so it's not 0. So it's probably gonna be like maybe it's 2-1 Spurs.
2-1.
I still think that Spurs will take it.
Okay.
I don't know where we're gonna.
I think if Brentford were at home, it'd be a different story. But
I don't know where the goals are going to come from.
Yeah, I agree. Again, you're right. What do you got for this one, Dal?
I'm going to go 2-1 Brentford. I am never going to predict a Spurs win ever. I never have, never will. Sorry, Q.
Well, I mean, like, Gooners are delusional. It's just a part of who you guys are, so I get it.
A delusion. Then.
I'd like to think that I'm pretty balanced, but that's okay. I'm gonna go.
Sort of balanced.
I'm going. Just because Tottenham are at home, I'm going 2-2. Desmond. I think it's gonna be a draw. Chelsea visiting Liverpool. Now this one is gonna be fun. I think.
Maybe.
I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be an incredible game to watch.
I think the weekend is Tottenham Brentford. I think that's a massive game.
Yeah.
3-1.
3-1 Liverpool.
Yeah.
All right. Dow.
God, this is a good one. That's a good score line. I'm going to agree with that. 3-1 Liverpool.
All right.
They're going to score for Klopp.
I'm going 4-0 Liverpool. I think it's gonna be oh man, we gotta win this one for Klopp. He's leaving and they're gonna absolutely dominate him. Freaking Diogo Jota, I'm telling you, Diogo Jota brace right now. I'm calling it.
Class player.
What? Yeah, that guy. I hate that guy. He's so good. He's so good. What a player. What an absolute player. All right, last two. Bournemouth, West Ham.
2-0 Bournemouth.
Ooh, little upset. Okay.
Did you see how West Ham just ate it like in the cup game? They're not on good form. The other thing is that now they got Calvin Phillips. So you know what?
Can that guy?
They got their reinforcements.
I mean, fairs. What do you got, Dal?
West Ham, Bournemouth. I think that's got 1-1 written all over it.
All right. I'm going 2-1. I'm going 2-1 West Ham, just home. They're gonna blow bubbles on the cherries, I think.
But Solanke, he's on form.
Will Solanke continue? That's another thing. Is I think Solanke will eventually fall off, and that's why I wasn't too thrilled about us being linked to him.
Same here.
Okay, and last and least, because I hate United. United versus Wolves.
Oh man, that's a shit game if I ever saw one too.
It's not great. It's not great.
You know what? Fuck United. Wolves 2-0.
Nice.
There you go. I'm with you on that one, Q.
I'm liking Q more and more.
Yep.
I'm going to go 3-2 Wolves. I think there's goals in that game because both
there's goals in that one.
Absolute shit.
Here's the thing. I don't know, man. I'm gonna play it safe. I'm going 2-1 Wolves. I don't think United win this game. I really don't. And yeah, I don't think they win this game. Okay, that was the prediction section of the podcast, people. Make sure that you are putting your predictions in the comments after the video ends. Then I will put you in the spreadsheet if you do that, and you will be a part of the predictions league, people. We are going to go ahead and end it there. Thank you to everybody that watched. Make sure that you are dropping a like after the video, during the video, before you even watch the video. If you're watching the video now, drop a like. It always helps the channel. It helps the channel grow. This is one of the most fun. This is literally, we are 7 episodes away from a year, Dow. Can you believe that? Unreal,
Crazy.
Man. Crazy. Unreal.
Fraudulent.
Yeah, fraudulent. Oh, come on. Really? Come on, cute. Come on. Anyway, no.
Overuse that word. All I hear is
I 100% overuse that word.
Yeah, no, everybody uses that word. It's because you're over there listening to Stelios talk too much. But anyway, Cube, shout yourself out. Shout yourself out.
I'm around.
She's around, everybody. She's around. She leaves the Batcave sometimes.
She's lurking.
Yep. She's in the shadows.
Also, go Wrexham.
Go Wrexham.
That's a club that's run well. They're looking at promotion.
They're looking at promotion, and they're gonna get piped by Blackburn. I hate to say it. They're gonna get piped.
You got to say the club's run well.
I mean, it is run well. They will be in the like I told you. I think they're going to be in the Prem in 6 years. But we don't have time to talk about that cubed.
Okay, sorry. Go Wrexham.
Go Wrexham. Dow, shout yourself out, bro.
Thanks, TJ. Great show today. Thanks a lot, Q, for joining us.
Yes.
Big respect for you for coming into the Lions Den today with the Arsenal degenerates. It was a fun show today. Big up, Connor. I hope you're feeling okay and not too hungover. We missed you today, but Cube filled in just fine. So with that said, big up everyone in the chat. Thank you very much for being here on a late night in the UK, especially. Gosh, it's midnight. It's past your bedtime. AJ, get to sleep. Anyway, just kidding. Check me out, Oregon Goon on YouTube, IG Infamous Dow. And just so Cube knows, I'm infamous for many things. I know she guys know, and I didn't get back to her. But yeah, I fought the law and the law won, Cube, but I'm still infamous. Shout out Arsenal FC.
Yep, absolutely. Big up, Sod. Yeah, Sod's over there. Sod's over there in the UK, still watching us. Big up, Sod, every single time. Big up everybody that watched, because we know it's late, and we know that you have a lot of choices in your YouTube viewing. So thank you for coming by TJ Warren TV for the American Idiot Show and listening to these three Americans. We're not idiot. Well, I'm definitely an idiot, but these two may or may not be. Let's just be honest. I'm not going to call Cube an idiot. Okay, cool. Then we're all three American idiots here. Guys, you can catch me on Staffy TV tomorrow. We are going to be doing a live stream of the Royal Rumble. So,
wrestling?
Yep. Yeah, WWE, because the Rock and CM Punk are coming back.
Oh, Jesus.
big up, Sod. Big up,
yeah.
my guy.
Okay, fantastic. I'll be tuning in that one and leave a thumbs up.
Yeah, leave a thumbs up on that one. We'll be doing that on Staffy TV, and I will be having more than one drink, so it might get a little bit wild. And then you can catch me again on Staffy TV, American Waffle. We just keep an eye on the community tab for this channel, and you can see the schedule, because it's going to be a little bit amended with all the weekday games next week. So yeah, predictions. We'll cook TJ. We'll do predictions on the stream. Please
super chat so that you can put them in the waffle jail.
Yeah, absolutely. Super chat so you can put me in the waffle jail, and super chat on this channel too sometimes, because if you don't like the video or you don't super chat, Connor doesn't eat, and this guy's gonna be hungover tomorrow. He's gonna need some Mickey D's. He's gonna need some freaking greasy food, people. But anyway, all right, that's the stream for tonight. Big up everybody that tuned in. We'll see you next time.
I'd love to get a fine for this, but it's happened again. It's happened again. You know the rest.
Later.